I stand and I look over this parched earth, scorched deserts. What have we done? We've allowed commercials to interrupt broadcast. That's what we've done. Well, I've done it. I shouldn't allow that to happen. We didn't know what we had done. See, mosquitoes had become such a fucking problem. I mean, they were giving disease. I mean, we were dealing with COVID, and we thought it was rushed past human trials, past FDA approval, past proper study was actually going to work. Well, guess what, folks? It kills some, doesn't. Well, the vaccine works for some, and for some it doesn't. You know what I does tell you would work? Common sense. Sometimes looking at the bigger picture is a lot better than looking at the fucking small picture in front of you, which is why I tell this story now. You see the cause from the bombardment of missiles and artillery flying? Well, that is what happened after we called ourselves helping the planet. We figured we'd get rid of the mosquitoes. It's better for everybody, right? Of course, that seems like a fucking novel idea, doesn't it? That's what something at the top of the food chain that's not staying in its lane would think. You're looking too far down the food lane, folks. We're at the top. Apex predator. We eat other predators. Not fucking mosquitoes. What do you think happens if you kill all the goddamn krill in the ocean? Actually cease to exist. Something so tiny and insignificant as krill, which are smaller than mosquitoes. Well, of course, human beings did not think that way about mosquitoes. Immediately, we went upon a rampage. Gases everywhere. The mosquito armies couldn't take it. They tried to surrender, but we told them there was no surrender. There was only eradication. Unless you plan on getting on this spaceship to space, leaving, we are not going to stop killing you. Well, they actually agreed. All the remaining mosquitoes of the world piled into the spaceship that was really a nuclear bomb. We launched it into space. We could hear them singing songs of freedom and happiness, and we detonated it, and they exploded. We enjoyed about a year of wonderful bliss. And then that's when everything hit the fucking fan. Well, without mosquitoes, a lot of shit died off pretty fucking quick. Certain insect species died, which allowed insect species that were even worse than mosquitoes to thrive. Bugs grew larger because they started eating things that they had to eat, which were larger creatures, so they grew larger. Praying mantises grew larger. Roaches grew larger. I have a picture of a cockroach the other day. It was outside. Might not even have been a cockroach. I think it might have been what they call a wood nymph. But the goddamn thing is huge. And the claws on this son of a bitch, it claws through wood. Imagine it being large enough to be the size of maybe, I don't know, a house cat. These claws would be probably 5 inches long, sharp and an exoskeleton that can go through wood as a tiny creature. What the hell do you think it would do to us if it was large? Well, we found out, people. We found out when we killed all the goddamn mosquitoes. Or so we thought. Of course, there's always that one sympathizer. That one whose morals and ethics trump everything. To ask them questions about what was happening. The mosquitoes told him, "You thought of us as pests. The buzzing in your ear was us trying to warn you of not killing us the way you were killing us. Yes, we gave you diseases and shit, but it's only because and stuff, and stop leaving us nice little puddles and shit to live in. We wouldn't bite you, which you kind of invite us in with the way you do things. And then you get mad at us because we do. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? We're not disease spreaders. We're just eating. It just so happens that you diseased people are because we're dying here. Mosquitoes? What are we supposed to do?" Well, the mosquitoes weren't too happy to help. It took about 3 weeks for the scientists to convince them that he could return them to their homes and replenish their numbers to the point where they could do good for the humans. Well, once again, humans. Being fucking humans. You just killed these fucking things to a small family of them. You tricked the last of them into leaving on a spaceship, which they agreed to, and then you blew them up. Only to find out that they were the only thing keeping your human asses safe from larger bugs. But that, unfortunately, was just the beginning of the bullshit that humans were about to face. Now, it's only 11:17, people, and I've got bad news all day, but I've also got some very great news. So I'm in a mixed mood, but one thing that I am not is tired. One topic to the next, wherever we might talk about eat fish, goldfish, your pet snake. I hear snake is pretty good. I was gonna order some. In fact, I did order some. But for some strange reason, I never went out to get it, or they never got it in. They had tiger meat. But I would have felt bad eating tiger meat, you know? It's too majestic of a creature. Kangaroo is good, though. It's tasty. I hope there's no Australian people here that find that to be disrespectful. I hope it's not like your state or country creature or endangered. Because I would hate to tell you that if you haven't had kangaroo, you should have some kangaroo. Delicious. Gator, too. Oh, God, gator's good. Well, anyway, after the larger bugs became larger predators of the reptilian variety. Now, see, people didn't understand evolution was heading in a direction that humans were not accustomed to. We were equipped for it, but not mentally. You know what I'm saying? Imagine like Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, except not controlled. Just, it is what it is. This is the world now. You would see the return of prehistoric species. Thought long dead. Yeah. We begged. I mean, he fucking begged that family of goddamn mosquitoes. But they told him to go fuck himself. But there was nothing they could do. Nothing they would do. It was too late. Let's just say this. A lot of the other animals on the planet were not happy with the humans. I mean, the death of the mosquitoes led to the deaths of insects' other favorite flying creature to eat, honeybees, who had been in hiding. They weren't actually gone or dying, so you don't find their bodies. They were hiding. A lot of insects are hiding. Certain ones. Well, they couldn't hide anymore. And because they were in hiding, they didn't grow as large as some of the other creatures, which made very short work of them. No more pollinating bees. Bees no longer pollinating. There weren't very many seeds left. Humans were too busy getting eaten by giant fucking bugs to be pollinating the fields and farming and watering. So crops disappeared. Plant life became extremely minimal. Certain birds just died. Gone. Species began to mutate, adapt, evolve faster than normal. Things accelerated, but not in a good way. I mean, I myself watched a lot of this happen, but from a distance. I lived in the mountains. Cave system built inside. It was like the game Ark. Running around here, there's like dinosaurs and shit flying around. Sharks in the water. Goddamn megalodons. Humans didn't get bigger. It was strange. Yeah, that's right. You see what the bottle says. I'm a bum. But you didn't see what I saw when the bees died and the birds dropped. What did happen was when the vegetation dried up, the only thing people had seeds for was soybeans. Which I guess was okay for a short period of time. See, soybeans are a very demanding crop. After a while, there was no ground left to grow anything. Forests were cleared for soybeans. Oxygen was replenished. And the whole entire ecosystem started to change. Think of global warming times 10. Regular weather becomes tropical. Subtropical even. El Nino, La Nina. No. Weather patterns completely change. Hurricanes the size of half the fucking planet. Earthquakes more violent. Volcanic eruptions almost every day. The earth is mad. Very upset. And why? We eradicated the fucking mosquitoes. We threw off the balance of everything. One little tiny. Well, of course, as in all stories, there has to be that dickhead who invents time travel. Says, let's go back. And we'll change it. We'll figure something out. Well, you know, and it's that simple. There's got to be a twist. Well, there is a twist. Remember the small family of mosquitoes? Germinated somewhere else. Sister and brother. Couple of cousins. They're mosquitoes. They don't give a fuck. It's not about family. They drop eggs, fertilize. Anyway, obviously their plan was to wait for the humans to do something big. Something gigantic. Something of a scale not known to man before man did what man was about to do. Something so crazy that what would happen when they arrived at their destination would be even crazier. What do we think is going to happen, folks? Does anyone have any idea what's going to happen? Because I do. And guess what? I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. Mosquito group, specially trained in what they were set out to do, managed to get into the time machine when the humans sent back their person who knew exactly what they had to do. Except he didn't know that the mosquitoes were there. They didn't bite him. Oh no, as much as they wanted to. Oh, they wanted to suck his blood. Excuse me, I'm sorry. No, they waited. Got back to before we eradicated the mosquitoes. They immediately went to their brethren and told them what happened. They wasted no time. Well, let me tell you what happened. The mosquitoes now knew what would happen if they surrendered. If they quit their war, it was death for them. Plus, they had knowledge, new weapons, better tactics. Don't poison the humans. You're only killing the poor humans anyway. They're not the ones you have to worry about. They don't care about those humans. That's why they allow you to kill them. They don't give them simple things like nets. Nets work wonders. No one has to die. But they don't want that. They want death. They want death. We, as mosquitoes, must give them the death they seek. No more will we pass on diseases that just hurt and make them sick. Maybe they don't die. No, we must ensure death upon every bite. Every bite must be a hypodermic needle filled with the most vile and disgusting poisons that we can muster. And we have just the thing. Oh, I told you time travel's a motherfucker, man. It's a motherfucker. You really shouldn't fuck with that time travel shit. Opening up Pandora's box. What the hell did you think was gonna come out of it? Some fucking Jack in the Box shit? Pop up and say hello? I think not. What pops up is what you see here in front of your face. He gave them the chemical compound formula, and they began quickly going to work on mass producing this chemical. They armed themselves with it, weapons carried it, their little machine guns ready. They entered the battlefield with a new sense of hope, new fervor and new anger, to know that they would be tricked by the humans for letting them have peace. It angered them. They were so mad, it was fucking crazy. Immediately, humans were told, make sure there was no standing water in your house, like they tell you in real life now. Except, wasn't encephalitis or any of the myriad of diseases that the mosquitoes had armed themselves with previously. No, this was new, improved, developed by humans to kill humans. And the fucking mosquitoes got their hands on it. And now it's in the past. What are we gonna do? Fucking stupid fucking humans. Well, that guy, he got back. And so did they. The plan was in action. Mass produced the chemical everywhere. Battlefields, the cry. A loud buzz, very annoying. Human people were just so busy thinking that they had a mosquito in the air, they started swatting at their heads. In that small moment of confusion, the mosquito struck. The battle were not fucking ready. The man in the future seen things change drastically before his face. He watched as the world he knew crumbled before his face, being replaced by an even darker, more disgustingly horrible world. One ruled by the mosquitoes. He sends back one more man. Told him the mission. He sent him back before the other ones went back so that he could be at the timeline before everything got changed. If that even would work. I'm not sure how that would work. Who knows? Time travel is bullshit. Alright? Time's bullshit. So for the sake of my story, let's just say that it works exactly how I say it does, and they go back in time before anything got fucked up, right? Right. Good. Now, of course, this human goes back with this knowledge. I fucking love sour candy. I mean, maybe it's because I drink hot sauce that my candy has to be sour. Anyway, he gets back. Knowledge in his head of the things of the future that he comes from. Having seen both worlds, and then being sent to one he doesn't understand, one where the humans are superior to the mosquitoes. There's a lot for the dude to take, you know? He didn't take it too well. Let's just say that. Kind of freaked him out. I'm thirsty. Told you I was thirsty. Anyway, let me get a little comfortable here. Shocked him. He wasn't quite sure how to take it. You know, we swatted him at this time. It wasn't this really crazy war. Remember, he sent him back in time. Stop getting comfortable, so you're gonna have to get comfortable with me, people. Here we go. Now, as I was saying, this guy, he knew too much, but not how to implement it. He immediately told the humans of all the things that he learned, and they thought he was crazy. It's like, yeah, okay, buddy. Time travel, not even a thing. Not even a thing that's gonna be a thing. You're an idiot. You need to be locked up in a sanitarium. And that's what they did. So, nothing really changed. But, once again, Mosquito got back with him. Now, this Mosquito was smart. He had seen the error of both their ways. If we're going to eat and suck everybody's blood, we can avoid this war very simply, because neither way does it work out for us. At least not the first way. In the first way, if we get rid of this whole time travel shit, we'll be cool. Because if not, this shit's just going to keep happening over and over again. So here's the deal. We're going to stop biting humans because we really don't have to bite humans. There's plenty of other shit to bite. Right? Right. Like, let's just not do it. And then we can concentrate our energy on all the other shit that eats us, which is plenty of other shit. Plenty of other shit. Well, to his surprise, the mosquitoes agreed. They stopped biting humans. The humans stopped killing the mosquitoes. But unfortunately, things did not stay that way forever. No. The mosquito remembered other things from the future. And these things that he remembered from the future poisoned the past. He spoke of some of these things to a couple of these different mosquito friends. I mean, remember, there are billions of these goddamn things. I've seen thousands on the fucking side of a river once. It was crazy. I thought I was in fucking jungle place, and I was actually in New Hampshire in Epsom. Forget the name of the river. It's off Gilboa Road, though. True story. We used to call it Little Vietnam when we'd be out there shooting each other with goddamn BB guns like it was fucking paintball guns. Which you would think, why are we gonna go out and buy BB guns? We bought BB guns. We could have bought paintball guns. Are you listening to me? We could have bought paintball guns, but we chose to no. The real shit, scopes, all that. Settings. Man, it was crazy. One dude got shot in his leg on the first day. It's a 4-day war for our birthday. September 17th to, I believe, the 21st or 2nd. Somewhere around there. I mean, it would have gone longer if someone didn't get shot in the eyeball. Yeah. Here's a true story. I'm going to tell you this. 18th birthday, living in New Hampshire. Left Connecticut when I was 17. Said I'm not listening anymore. I'm tired of this shit. So, rural town. I mean, rural as fuck. 8-mile road with no sidewalks, with wild shit near the woods, and you see by the moonlight. I saw my shadow. I was freaked the fuck out because it was dark. I remember one time I was walking to work. I worked at McDonald's, and see, one full-time, one part-time volunteer. Yes, a volunteer fucking police officer. No full-time fire department. They have a volunteer fire department. And a little red light, and they put it on top of their goddamn 4x4, and they'll drive your ass to the hospital. You think I'm fucking lying to you? Well, guess what? One day I was taking a shower, and a fucking van crashed in the front yard. If it weren't for these huge ass rocks, boulders that they had on their property, the shit would have came right through the window and I would have gotten crushed, butt ass naked, taking a shower. I wouldn't have been too happy about it either. It would have sucked. Anyway, the guy had some kind of diabetic coma, seizure shit, ran out there. We saved his life. Yay, happiness, good joy. But who came and they took him away to, I guess, the hospital, which was 2 towns away because there's no hospital in Epsom. And I think it's Chichester County. Anyway, walking, dark, very dark, always dark. I mean, it was like a darkness like you couldn't imagine. I don't remember where I was going with this, but I do remember that was some crazy ass shit in Epsom. Now these fucking creatures that would be out there in the middle of the night in these rural ass towns was crazy. They own like 88 acres of land, right? So we decided, let's shoot the shit out of each other for fucking days on all this property. And it was fun as fuck. It was like, I don't know. I want to say we was doing a lot of shit before people was doing shit like airsoft. It's kind of like airsoft, but it's not airsoft because it wasn't soft at all. You know, we had rules at first, which was don't shoot anybody in the face. But that rule only lasted about 5 minutes, I guess. About 5 minutes, I would say it lasted. Somebody immediately quit. Told you the first day. Broke into squads, like 10 people on each side. I kid you not. People came from other towns to shoot at each other with BB guns. It was crazy. I was on one team. My boy Q was on the other team. Separated. I remember I shot Q in the face. Somebody shot me in the lip. I caught one in the cheek. Oh, we was tearing each other up. Chest shots. Bow. BBs. But I'm thinking like, why are none of us wearing goggles or some type of protective headgear? But hey, we went out there and took the chance. These are fucking paintball. You can see fucking coming if you're smart enough. You can't see a goddamn BB or a pellet. Well, you'll understand why that's important later. Now, we go hard on this shit. I mean, we're out there all goddamn day shooting the shit out of each other. And you know, at first it was like you can't rapid fire or you can't have it set too high. Some people had the pump ones, you know, still air shot with the single shot rifles, and you could pump those motherfuckers up really hard, higher than what you could get out of a CO2 cartridge on one shot. And there was a bridge. We were fighting over this bridge. You know, bridges are strategic. There was all these different things. There was a bridge you could go under, so that was like a fort. And then there was the bridge you go over, and that was the bridge. And that bridge crossed a river that was about, I'd say 50 yards wide and probably about 8 to 10 feet deep. It's a good moving current. It's a big river. I mean, it might have been bigger than that. But here's the point. We're fighting for this goddamn bridge. Shit's getting rough. You know what I'm saying? We make several attempts to cross the bridge. We're getting lit up. I mean, this shit hurts. I'm trying to tell you people, you're getting hit in the hands, cheeks, head, legs, neck. You're getting shot the fuck up with BBs and pellets. Nobody's playing around. It's getting serious. Now we're mad at each other. All of us. You know what I'm saying? We're a man down because he caught a fucking BB 2 inches into his fucking thigh and quit like a little bitch. You got people bleeding out their mouth. Fucking cheeks are scratched the fuck up. We're diving into we was going ham on 88 acres of fucking wild country Epsom land. I'll show it to you on fucking Google Maps if you think I'm playing. I tell you the address, but the people live there, and that's not a good thing to do. But Epsom, near the traffic circle, look it up. There used to be a place called Hutchins Propane or Huckins Propane. Either way, Hutchins, Huckins, one of the two. Look it up. It's near Chichester. If you think I'm lying. Now back to my story about the war. We wanted this bridge, but we were not crossing this bridge. They were spread out. They had good little strategic spots. That's when we broke the rules. Now remember, I told you the river's about 50 yards wide. They are definitely not playing by the rules, by how spread out they are. I realize this. I'm tactical, very strategic. So I tell three of us to hang back, find some good spots, spot their people. We overpumped those fucking air pump rifles to a maximum. Because we know when we zing the fuck out one of these motherfuckers, they're gonna say something, and then we can open up on them with the automatics. So that's what we do. We flush a couple of them out. Whap! You hear somebody, ah, shit! Boom, he backs off. That's one. Second one backs off. Boom. So we know we got 8 spread out. Now I know the dude that's running the scene. He's gonna hold most of his people back. He's only gonna put a few to the front. Me, I'm running in. We coming. Y'all done already shot us the fuck up trying to cross this goddamn bridge. So now you're gonna have to get to business. You're gonna have to get the fucking business. Tell 2 of the snipers, stay back. And 1 of the automatics, stay back. Alright? Y'all gotta hold this down. The other 6 of us, we're gonna go. I'm ahead of him. Bam! Running. Got the pistol. Take 3 shots. Boom, boom. Get hit in the leg twice. Boom. Kneecap. Ah, ha, ha. Trip, fall. Roll into a ditch. Safe. Safe. For now. Now, see, the fact that they didn't rush us at the bridge let me know that most of their people were held back. But here's the problem. The area they're held back in is very easily defended. I mean, we really got to get in there. And to get in there, we got to get close. And to get close, we got to get dirty. And it got dirty. It got real dirty because at some point, crossing the bridge and getting shot in the lip again, I didn't really feel like just playing anymore. I wanted to hurt them. So did most of my team. Remember, we're a guy down. They still have 10, we have 9. And we've been shot to shit trying to cross that motherfucking bridge. I still have some of the scars to prove it. One kid, well, I'm getting there. It's one of my guys, actually. One of my guys. We had them pinned down. They were stuck defending their little spot with all their people. Easily defended, but easily sieged. We sieged their asses. We sieged them. See, some of them, dumbasses, in their overconfidence, left their ammunition by their little spots where they were camping. You never leave your ammo behind, you dumb son of a bitch. You never leave your ammo behind. Well, 2 or 3 of them surrendered at once. They had no ammo. They didn't want to get shot the fuck up because they knew they were getting shot the fuck up. We allowed them to walk off. That left 7. The battle got furious. We had them pinned down, backs to the wall. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. Open field if you take off. Pick you off one by one. Drop you. Nobody wants to get shot in the back with a BB. Running away. Fall down. Ooh. Seen it happen. It hurts. Anyway, had their leader cornered. All sides. All sides. We're just letting loose into the tree because we have bullets. And they're running out. Main weapon of his was done. He had 1 shot left in the rifle. Maybe about 4 or 5 left in the pistol. He popped 3 at me, hit me in the chin. Shot him in his arm. He whipped around, shot towards my other guy. My sniper, who happened to be laying in the grass, down. Shot him in the chin. He shot 1 shot off from the rifle. My boy went down. And he actually really went down. Unfortunately, from about 10 feet away, a fully pumped BB was shot directly into my boy's eyeball, lodging itself about a half an inch away from his optic nerve. Now, mind you, at the time I didn't know it. I just saw him holding his face. I figured he probably got caught on the side. Now, I run up on him. You alright? No, sir. You couldn't. Takes his hand away from his eye, and his entire iris is shattered. There's a hole in his fucking eyeball, and the rest of it is cracked like a fucking marble. He asked me, "Does it look okay, man? Is it alright? Can't see." Motherfucker can't see. He's fucking blind. And his eyeball is cracked like a fucking marble. And I have to tell this dude, yeah, you alright, man. You good. Now, mind you, he can't walk. He is literally going into fucking shock. We're about 40 acres from the house, or roughly about a mile, in the deep ass woods with a seriously injured person. So injured, I haven't gotten there yet, but so injured that by the time we get into the house, I had to send people ahead because I carried the man. Boy, well, we were kids, 18, doing dumb shit. Carry him like a soldier. It was running out the woods. Except we weren't soldiers. We were just a bunch of dumb assholes shooting at each other with BB guns when we should have shot at each other with motherfucking paintball guns, or maybe not at all. But we did, so this is what happens. Or Nerf. But they didn't have Nerf flat Nerf. Thank you. I mean, actually, you're welcome, motherfuckers. Damn, be happy. You can shoot each other with soft fucking Nerf shit. Anyway, or you shoot each other with real guns, I guess. I mean, fuck it. Whatever. It is what it is. But here's what this is. Get him to the house. They move rescue squad, ambulance, trauma. They get him. All of a sudden, dead ass serious. I'm not even playing with it. Finds out he has to get airlifted to fucking Boston. Serious. The 3-day BB gun war came to a very abrupt end. Extremely abrupt. We stashed the weapons in the woods because we didn't want them to know we were having a war with each other. We told them that we were out shooting at some goddamn door, because there was like a car door out there. Don't ask me why there was a car door in the middle of the woods. There was just a car door in the middle of the woods. One car door. Most random shit I ever seen in my life. But we told them we were shooting at that, and the damn thing ricocheted. They didn't believe it, but I mean, nobody was going to tell a different story. That's what happened. Dude ended up losing sight in one eye and having to have it replaced with a glass eye. Yeah, at fucking 18 years old. Crazy ass shit. He's a cool dude though. I remember some kid next town over was talking shit about me because I was selling weed. Tried to make up excuses to fight me about some nonsense. Said robbed his girl, didn't even know his girl. Then he said I did something else, and I said don't know what you're talking about. And he said, well, blah blah blah. And I said, if you do blah blah, and then there was a fight. Then we ended up being friends after and smoking some goddamn weed. But he was there because I was the only person there on my team. And he was like, yo, y'all not gonna jump this dude. And with his fucking one eye, had my back. which was cool because you remember me dragging his ass out those goddamn woods and being the only motherfucker to tell him he's gonna be okay. And this is a true story. Nelson, if you're still around in Pennacook, your boy Reese is back. Oma G. And Adam. Nelson and Adam. Crazy ass white boys. Cool though. And Kenny. White boy I fought. Pothead like a motherfucker. Me and him smoked like a goddamn chimney. After the fight, it was cool. He bloodied my nose, I bloodied his ears. We was friends afterwards. It was fun fighting him real quick, you know. He's a little bit bigger than me. He had a little size. About an inch shorter. So he had that lower center of gravity thing going. And he could hit. I didn't really want to fight him, you know. Not really the fighting type. I have to be really upset to fight. And if I'm mad enough to fight you, then I really don't want to fight you and stop fighting you. I'd rather fight you and kill you because I'm skinny. Most people don't like getting their asses kicked, period. But to get your ass kicked by a skinny dude is just, you're not going to be okay with that. You're going to be upset. Oh, God. That nigga said he whooped your ass. Fuck that motherfucker. He ain't, dude. You're just not going to let it go. You're not going to let it go. And I was mad. I was having a good time. We were smoking weed and drinking. You know, 17 years old, 18, moving away from home. Didn't have a care in the world. Had a job, money, and everything. It's fun. And besides, the fight was about some bullshit. It was like just some peacocking bullshit. Like, they just wanted to see if I could fight. It was stupid. I didn't really want to do it. But I did anyway. I wore my Timbs. Laced them up tight. Just in case. It's like, don't y'all niggas understand? I came up here to relax. I left Connecticut because I wanted to get away from all that Connecticut shit. I want to fight with you. I just want to be peaceful, relax, smoke weed, sell weed, drink, and fuck some of these bitches. No offense, females, if there's any here. I don't mean that y'all are bitches, but when I was younger, that's how I talked. All girls were bitches. I was mad. Anyway. They wanted to fight. Yada, yada, yada. See, I think the little white chick that I was fucking with, I don't care what color you are. It's good, it's good. Right? Want to walk all the way in the woods and shit. So now, you know, I'm extra suspicious. It's like, only black dude. And y'all want to go all the way up in these motherfucking... Y'all might be trying to, you know, throw a rope on a tree. Now, get there. And now 3 nuggas. I said nuggas. I didn't say niggas. I said nuggas. Is in my face. One name was Mitch Needle. Now, my other so-called boy was supposed to fight him. Chickened out like a little bitch. Now, I look at the first guy and I say, hey, I don't even know you. I ain't still shit from you. Never even been to this town except for today. So, if you really want to fight me, I will fight all y'all, but one at a time. We're not going to play this jump shit. That's when my man Nelson stepped up and was like, nah, we're not going to play this jump shit. Then my man Adam stepped up. Nah, we're not going to play this jump shit. And these two know this guy named Tony Landry. And Tony Landry is, well, he's Tony fucking Landry. That's all I'm going to say. Anybody who knew or knows Tony Landry or knew him back then knows that Tony Landry wasn't the kid you fucked with. He apparently had his head smashed into a concrete wall several times, laughed at the person, and beat the shit out of him. So yeah, and I didn't know the guy, but I guess they wasn't about to see me get jumped. And I was pretty happy with that. So I said one by one. Well, when they couldn't jump me, only one of them wanted to fight. And I really didn't feel like fighting him, but I fought him anyway. So I said, hey, look, go ahead. You got the first punch. He didn't want to hit me. I was like, come on, man, hit me. Now, people are getting aggravated because they came to see a show. They want to see a fight. First fight that was supposed to happen didn't happen. It's like some 3 o'clock high bullshit, you know. Meet me at 3 o'clock at the park. Whoop your ass. Yeah. Well, I pushed him. He pushed me back. I pushed him real hard and he kind of tripped over himself. Ooh, that made him mad because somebody said something. So he came back with a 3-piece combo. Caught me here, caught me there, and caught me back across this way. I was like, oh shit, damn. He came at me. I caught him with a quick jab, right. Caught him right in the chin, bang. Caught him with a left, bang. Then another right, bang. Hit him in the ear. When he hit him in the ear, his head went down. Put his head in my chest. Shouldn't have did that. Now he had like shaggy hair. He's putting his head in my chest. And I wanted to punch his face, but he's not giving me the option of punching his face. I tried to pull his hair back, but he's like holding on to me with this bear hug shit. Hate that. Fucking big dudes always do that shit. They want to wrestle you. They start off with the hands, catch a good one, and then they want to wrestle you. I don't understand that shit. Are we wrestling or are we fighting? If it's going to be some wrestling shit, well, let me know ahead of time so I can dismantle you quicker. So you ain't grabbing me up. On that ear and his temple, I'm pounding the fuck out of it. I must have hit him about 10 or 15 times. He gets weak, breaks his grip. When he does that, I put my foot in his chest. Bow! Kick him backwards. He hits the tree. So now I'm standing there. You know, I'm a little upset. My nose is bloody. Mad ass mother. What you think I got the Timbs on for? I ain't wearing them for show, motherfucker. We fighting. You grabbing, I'm kicking. Because I don't like being grabbed. Now we gonna finish this like two men with fisticuffs? Or is this gonna be some you try to grab me and I keep kicking your ass type shit? Because that's what's gonna happen. Swing or I'm kicking your knees. Well, he starts bleeding. That was the end of that fight. Nothing spectacular. We left. He nursed his wounds. I wiped the blood off my nose. Then we smoked a fucking quarter of weed. Not a pound, but a quarter ounce. And me and him became cool after that. Because it was bullshit to begin with. So it's not that I don't fight. I just don't like to. I think it's pointless. We could have settled the whole thing and just smoked and got right to it. I feel like the fighting part was a waste of time. I had to bloody up my nose and bruises on my face. And for what? Such a waste of time. Now, what other stories can I tell you? We can tell you more real stories, or I can tell you ghost stories. It is midnight. We know what happens at midnight, don't we? Or is it 3 o'clock in the morning? Not sure what time it is. Don't know what happened. In the dead of night, you hear the knocking and the banging, the scratching on the wall. You'll see those little red eyes staring at you from the darkness. You'll hear your heart beat faster and harder. The sweat on your forehead beating, running down the sides of your face. The fear overwhelming you, paralyzing you as the eyes get closer and closer and closer to your face. You try to move. The only thing that moves are your eyes, as your eyes are fixated on its eyes as it gets closer. You can feel it staring into your soul, absorbing them, absorbing you. You watch as this set of eyes start to materialize a body. You all the time paralyzed, unable to move, feeling your very life force drained from you. Your soul being sucked from your body slowly. The pain excruciating. like being torn, skin ripped, burned with that, cleaned with salt water. Ugh. God. Totally get infected because it's a big open wound that you just burned. Ugh, God. Pain. Pain. Just horrible, isn't it? You watch it materialize in front of your face, taking on your form as you slowly decay right before your own eyes. Your legs shriveling, the bones twisting. You hear them creaking and cracking. The pain, you feel it, but there's nothing you can do. Soon, before your face, you see an exact replica of yourself, smiling devilishly down upon you, eyes blazing fucking red. He leans closer. The last few bits of your soul tearing away from you. He leans in closer to your ear and he whispers, "Never enough." My phone is ringing. Who would this be? The music has gotten awfully ominous. What can we talk about now? We've already discussed your soul being ripped from you slowly. You've already heard that poor person sitting in that bed is going to just decay and rot. His soul snatched into a doppelganger. Him forever trapped in the back of his own mind. No longer the driver, but now the passenger. Watching as somebody else lives his life, does the things that he was too afraid to do, lives the life that he was too scared to live. One wonders, what can you do? There's nothing you can do, really. You just gotta sit there. But no, not this guy. He was an angry person. He found an opportunity, turmoil, and just terrible times to exact his revenge upon humanity. He was a savage. He believed in torture of the worst kind. The things that he would do to a human body were disgusting. By the standards of animals, he was savage beyond savage. I mean, God. I've investigated some crazy shit. I arrived on the scene. Small house. Family of 4. Father, mother. 2 boys, ages 10 and 5. Father worked as a construction worker. Foreman, I believe. Wife was a teacher. Kids. Well, they were kids. What much can you say about children? Except for that it is also such a terrible loss when they are brutally murdered in the way that these children were murdered. It happened in West Branch. Yeah, we're back at West Branch. Saw the Bears not too long ago. Told me of another tale. Not as scary as the first. I assure you it's scarier. Torture. Terror. The absolute horrifying, chilling terror. Find solitary ones that no one would think about too much. Or if they did, wouldn't think that he had anything to do with it. He did everything by the book. He kept everyone at bay. He wasn't the loner of the town that no one would suspect or would suspect. He hid in plain sight, right in front of your face. He even joked about it. No one took him seriously. No one ever took him seriously. Not until the day I walked in that house. What I saw changed everything. See, he didn't necessarily kill all his victims, no. What he did was much worse. Much, much worse. Background in medical knowledge gave him the ability to, long as possible, so that he could get the most out of his torture. What made him so hard to pinpoint at first was the seemingly random things used during whatever caused the most pain. His repertoire of tools and methods were extensive, vast. I mean, he was an artist of torture. He painted his torture victims like Da Vinci. And I deduced immediately that his methods of torture were psychological in nature. They appeared to be the fears of the people. The wife was found nailed to a chair, skinned completely, her eyelids cut off. We believe that her fear was to watch her children die. The 5-year-old was literally beaten to a pulp with a hammer. And it looks as if he started at the child's feet first. At which point he skinned the mother, I'm not sure. I believe he may have skinned her before he harmed the children, because that may have been their fear. The father was left in the basement. Now, I'll get to the way we found him in a moment. Well, we believe the sequence of events went like this. The smallest child was crushed, beaten, flattened to a pulp with a hammer. A big hammer, we assume probably a sledgehammer. Heavy. And not with swings, but by picking it up and just dropping it down. Slowly and sadistically, piece by piece by piece. It was agonizing for them. Agonizing. We believe then the mother was harmed in front of the child. The things done to his mother. That he was then killed. And he was killed by dismembering. Piece by piece by piece. After which point, and assaulted her sexually. And her skinned, dragged him upstairs to see his children. He rubbed the father in the pulp of his child's face. It was disgusting. And left him there and put a bullet to the back of his head. put an IV in the wife and left her alive. Walked out the door. We found them 2 weeks later. The wife. Prognosis is grim. They don't think she's going to make it. I know she won't. No one would survive this. And if she did, what would be the point? Her children are gone. Her husband gone. Her skin, eyelids gone. Sleep, well, it didn't end there. Didn't end there. He continued. Untouched for years, he tortured his way across the country. Twisted and demented. The methods. But we think something about him told us that he himself was strong as well. But not in the outwardly physical sense. Finally, he left a clue. Fingerprints. Partial, but enough. I ran it through the databases. I had to know. I had to know before the police. It was imperative. I thought at first. It's just too brazen and smooth. Had some of my friends do a little fingerprint analysis for me, but it didn't surprise me. But it surprised me. I figured someone like this must have done something. Juvenile records, something, but nothing. Not a name, not a registration, not a ticket. It's back at the beginning. The bodies were mounting. By now, it had been 10 years. 50 people tortured. Of those 50, 35 of them died. The rest scarred for life. Never to be the same again. He didn't just torture their bodies, but their minds, their souls as well. They were shells of their former selves. Most of them would commit suicide to escape. I thought I knew who we were dealing with. Thought it was a man. Found out that I was wrong. I had become consumed by the hunt for this, what I thought was a sick, demented man. What then I found was not a man at all. I happened upon an open door. Wig Liggers. 90-year-old woman, widow. I used to check on her all the time. Until she got a caretaker, and I figured she didn't need me. I had things to do. Just busy with investigations and things, you know, that's what I do. Well, anyway, I will say this. Open the door. She never leaves the door open. It's always locked at this time. Something was wrong. I went in. I heard noises coming from Miss Witherfield's bedroom. Door slightly ajar. I saw light. Looked like a hand raised with a knife, ready to come down. Shadow on the wall. Miss Wigglicker screamed. I ran towards the door. I looked. Standing over Miss Wiggliker's naked and badly stabbed body. Bloody, covered in blood from head to toe. I looked. I dropped my gun. My jaw dropped. I was looking into my own face. But how? So the next thing I knew was my hand holding the knife. It can't be real. No. I was holding a gun. dropped it when I saw myself. I realized. I panicked. I knew what had happened. He had finally come back. Thought I'd gotten rid of him. That night when I stole his soul, look what he's made me do. He's more evil than I thought. Thank y'all for watching a mix of everything. Join me tomorrow when I maybe talk about some other shit or tell other stories. Or maybe I'll just sit here and stare into the camera. You can stare back at it. Or you can come check out Mr. McNasty. No Order Without Chaos TS. That's at Instagram. Or if you would, you can hit me at No Order Without Chaos TS at gmail.com. Until the next night of frights and scariness, I leave you with this thought. Wouldn't it be turned orange and cast a weird to get a better look? You would realize that it's not the sun. It's destination. You. You all have a very good night. Try not to hate anybody. It's much easier to love them or leave them.